Week this week, have New Mexico. Yesterday we came in and had a scheduled practice, but we didn't practice. We ended up stretching and running. Just we're really beat up right now as a football team. So we stretched and ran, and then had our meetings and cleaned up the game against San Diego State, and they got started on New Mexico because of the short week. Today will be like a Tuesday, tomorrow will be like a Wednesday, and so forth. New Mexico, to me, is a very talented and dangerous team. They're playing with a lot of junior college transfers. You can see that they're talented. You can see that they can run and have speed. They've had some injury issues themselves, have had to play a lot of different guys at different positions defensively. But do have guys that can run on the defensive side of the ball offensively. They've been, rotating quarterbacks a little bit, but I think they're going to go with, in my opinion, Jones kid. I thought he gave them the best chance to win last week against San Jose. Did a nice job competing and can run the ball with what they like to do. Have struggled a little bit in the passing game, but, do have a couple guys that have big play ability. And we're going to their place, and it's going to be a tough challenge. I know both teams, started out in conference play with a loss. We've obviously had two losses. Wanting to get back on the right track. And hungry, and this game's an important game for both teams. Questions?
You mentioned how the team's kind of beat up right now. Just how tough is it having a short week, especially after playing such a physical game, and what do you kind of do there?
Yeah, it's been two physical. Well, really, we've had a bunch of physical games. The games that we've played and the style that we've played offensively, they've been physical. So I felt like we needed a day yesterday to kind of regroup and kind of get our legs back under it, get some extra treatment for the guys. We got to get guys healthy. So there'll be some guys that can go today and some guys that'll be in red jersey, and hope that they can practice as much as they can without banging. So that's what you do. You put them in a red jersey and don't bang them. We're controlling the banging a little bit today because we are in our seventh game this season. So without a bye week, so we've kind of cut back the last couple weeks with a little bit of banging, but at the same time, we got to make sure we get enough fast-paced looks of what we're going to see.
Same note, Manny left the game hurt. What's the prognosis on him?
I would say as of yesterday, I would say he's doubtful. We'll see as the week progresses.
What challenges is it presented with them going from their option attack to a spread this year, and just how
Well, I think you play enough teams that are spread and run similar concepts. I think you're going to have enough things that we do in practice and things that people you've played, like Utah State, Arkansas, that they do. Now, the challenging is you got a quarterback that we feel is a running quarterback in Jones, so you've got to really account for him. Where, Jordan Love did run the ball some, but he wasn't they didn't try to get him to run the ball first, or Arkansas spread was to pass. So that's a challenge. Now, the Toledo quarterback, did do a good job running the ball in their spread attack. So I'm sure they're watching that film of how they attacked us running the football, and we'll see some of those copycat things. So we'll try to shore up ourselves and what has hurt us, and then, try to get a sound plan of what they've done with who they've had.
Jones was the guy you faced last year, and you held him in check running the ball. Can you take any of that into their new offense?
No, I mean, if there's some similar concepts, but we're going to primarily focus on this year and what they do with the new coordinator, from Liberty.
Mike, quarterback, you said you were going to kind of open that up to competition. How are you going to evaluate? What are you looking for out of those guys?
Well, I'm looking at consistency, doing what we ask them to do in practice, and hopefully that'll carry over to the game. I'm not looking to draw it out, this week, but we could go in the game playing more than one guy. I don't know. We're going to do whatever we feel gives us the best chance to win. Could be one, could be two guys, could be take run the ball 3 straight times and punt. I don't know. We'll see. Can't turn it over as much as we're turning it over and expect to win the game.
Is that a concern to be doing though this late in the year, to be still kind of in
We're
that?
1-5, so, I mean, we lead the nation in probably turnovers. I haven't looked, but it's got to be close. So, yeah, it's a concern. We haven't had consistent play in the last, 3 or 4 games. I mean, we've had our bright spots, but we've been inconsistent. We got to be more consistent. We went back to the drawing board yesterday and tonight and feel like we got a good plan against New Mexico, and we're going to see which quarterback gives us the best chance to execute that plan.
I was gonna say, does the quarterback change how that plan is, or is it more which quarterback's gonna fit into the plan?
I don't think we have a, Sharon Jones, I don't know if I'm pronouncing Mr. Jones's first name correct, type of athlete that can run the ball. So I think our plan will be, to make sure we get our guys, that can do something with the ball, get it in their hands, and then when they take it away, to be able to progress and go to the next guy.
How is Warren progressing? Do you have-
Well, hopefully we'll find out today. He's at the doctor as we speak right now, or in a few minutes. So we'll find out today if it'll be cleared or not for this week. And if not, we'll have to do with what we got.
Along those lines, EJ Scott, I heard he's been suspended. Is that why he didn't play?
That is correct. He was suspended for 2 games. This is the second game of his suspension for team rules.
So is Nico Hall back? Did he serve the 2 games? Or
Yeah, he played this last game.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. He already served his 2 games.
Okay. You mentioned how, the fumble wasn't Marvin Kinsey's fault late in the game there. With that in mind, do you feel like he did enough to kind of get some of that?
Yeah, he catched the ball, I think, close to 10 times and held on the ball. And Marvin's an explosive guy that, it gives us a better chance to win. Now he's got to hang on to that. He's got to hang on to that football. And they know he's fumbled the ball, so teams know a guy has trouble holding on the ball. They're gonna extra effort to try to rip and pull at that ball and take chances to rip the ball out.
You started Muhammad Kamara at linebacker this past week as 4th-year freshman. What's his, can you tell us about him?
I thought Muhammad played awesome in the game. I thought he showed up. He played physical. It was a lot to do with who we were playing. San Diego State playing with a tight end and a fullback, and he was in some of our, base packages defensively. We got to find a way to get him on the field in our nickel packages or dime packages that we'll probably be playing, this week against New Mexico.